Hello, everyone, and welcome to class. I'm Kate. I'm an English teacher here on Verbling. And today's class is for intermediate students. It's a class on phrasal verbs, idioms, and expressions using the word look. So for those of you who are new to Verbling, Verbling is a language learning platform with English and Spanish classes available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and private tutoring also available. So again, today's class is for intermediate learners. It's a class on phrasal verbs, idioms, and expressions using the word look. So hello, Cornell.
Hi, Kate. I have to go at the
Oh no,
moment, and
okay.
I will be back within
Okay,
20 or 50 minutes. Okay?
no problem, no
Okay.
problem.
Thanks
All
so
right, I'll
much.
see you
Bye bye.
later. No problem, bye. So right now we're waiting for students to join. For those of you watching, today's class will be on phrasal verbs, idioms, and other expressions that use the word look. Hi, Jade.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
Good. I was just waiting for some students to get here. Did you have trouble joining?
Yeah, a little while I couldn't
Okay.
get in, but now it seems fine.
Okay, good. I think there might be some issues because this was supposed to be, there are 9 reservations for the class, so I think that people are having trouble getting in.
Yeah,
I
I,
had some trouble starting it, so
I saw before it was full booked.
yeah,
So
exactly. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I think there might be a little glitch or something. But anyway, I'm happy you made it.
yeah,
So Jade, where are you from?
Sweden.
From Sweden. Very cool. And how long have you been studying English?
Oh God, gosh. Uh, 25 years.
25 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about how long have you been on Verbling?
Uh, 10 months.
2 months?
10 months.
Okay. 10 months. Oh, so you've been here for a while.
Yeah, but didn't attend very much.
What's that?
I
You didn't attend very much.
No.
All right. You didn't attend that much. Got it. Very nice. And what's your motivation for learning English, Jade?
Actually, my English is quite okay.
No, it's good.
Yeah, I did pass the some kind of English test like 12
Mm-hmm.
15 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
I passed some STS or something. But I
Mm-hmm.
think it's okay. I just want to kill my time to have some communication with people.
Oh, okay. Okay. Very nice. And are you and so you said you're from Sweden, right?
Yeah, but original I came from China.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very interesting. And how long have you lived in Sweden?
10 years.
10 years. Wow.
And
And
5
did you
years in France as well.
Okay, so you've lived very internationally.
Yeah. I
Very nice. For work or just for fun?
First I went to France for my study, for my master program study.
Okay.
Then 10 years ago I met my husband. So my
Mhm.
husband is Swedish, so I follow him move to Sweden for now.
All right. There you go. There you go. All right. So Jade, I guess we can go ahead and get started. I don't know, you might have a private class today.
Okay, no problem.
We'll see. We'll see if people are able to join. So,
Yeah.
so have you studied phrasal verbs before?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And how do you feel about them? Do you think they're okay? Do you think they're difficult?
No, not difficult. I just I like it. Just give me more opportunity to express my feelings or my thoughts with the person, not just a single verb. Just a phrasal verb. Yeah, I like it.
Good. Good. I'm happy to hear that because a lot of students don't feel that way, right? A lot of students find them very difficult or, sort of avoid them. So I'm happy that you see them as sort of an extra thing to add to your vocabulary. That's great. So today what we're going to be talking about are phrasal verbs and also a few idioms and expressions that use the word look. So that contain the word look. Okay, and that's their common connection. So they're all grouped around this word. And what we'll be doing is sort of looking at these phrasal verbs, idioms, and expressions in context. And then we'll be doing an exercise to practice using them.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and we can get started on the exercise. If people join us, they can just jump in.
Okay. My lucky day.
No pressure, no pressure.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, good. So, Jade, why don't you read the instructions for exercise 1?
Okay. Exercise 1. Complete these first verbs with an appropriate particle in to or extra or particles. The particles you need are in alphabetical order, and you need to use each particle or particle pair once only. The meaning of each first verb in its context is explained in italics at the end of each sentence.
Good, in italics. So,
Basic. Italics. Okay.
Yeah. Good. Okay, so complex, right? Basically, you have the phrasal verb, right?
Yep.
Here. And you have the definition after in italics.
Yeah.
Right? All right, and so you just have to complete it with the appropriate word. And let's see if you have options.
Okay.
No, you do not have options. All right, so this is something that we will be just working on. Oh, and we have another classmate joining us. Great. So Mustafa, hi. I didn't see you come in.
Yeah, I just come in.
Did you have trouble joining or no?
No.
Okay, I had a lot of trouble starting the class, so I'm wondering if I thought this class was full, so I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah, I don't know, but maybe there is no problem. I
Okay,
just come in without any problem.
okay, I'm
Lucky
glad.
me, lucky me.
Lucky you. I'm glad. All right, and so Mustafa, Jade just read the instructions to the exercise we're doing. Today we're talking about phrasal verbs, idioms, and expressions with the word look. Okay, that's what they all have in common. All right, so maybe you guys should just take turns reading these sentences, and we'll see if we can figure out what word goes in the missing the missing space. Okay, and we'll just try to figure it out based on the context. It's okay if you don't know, you can guess, because this is sort of this first activity is more for you to learn these phrasal verbs, expressions, and idioms in context, and later we'll really practice them. So, Jade, do you want to read the first sentence?
Yes. It can be very hard looking after 3 children all day to take care of someone or something and make certain they have everything they need.
Excellent.
House is looking after something.
Yeah, excellent. So had you heard that before, Jade?
Yes, I used to see this phrasal verb, looking after something, someone, something.
You used to do this type of work, you said?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Who did you look after?
Look after some my niece, my nephew, or something.
Okay, good. And Mustafa, have you ever had to look after children or family members?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Someday.
yeah, someday in the future, but not now.
Okay, good. And great. So Mustafa, do you want to read the second sentence?
Okay, but I'm not sure about my answer.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, looking blank, I think that the company needs to develop some new services. So, so he said like to think about what is likely to happen or plan what you are going to do in the future. I'm not sure what looking for, but it's not make no sense for me.
Okay, this one is tricky. So the one hint is that we know the missing words go in alphabetical order. So the first word we said was after. So this one is probably going to be an A word as well. It'll probably start with an A. But it's tricky. This one, do you know what it is?
Can I see something here?
Yeah,
Can I help? Do you
What's
need that?
Yeah, why don't you help?
Yeah, looking at. I think it's at. Looking at. I think
Looking
at.
almost. This one is looking ahead.
Looking ahead.
This one is very tricky. So to look ahead, right? Looking ahead is to look forward, to think about the future.
Okay.
All right. Great. And Sergey? Hi.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Good. Happy to have you here. We just started this activity to look at some phrasal verbs, expressions, and idioms that that all use the word look or all contain the word look.
Nice.
Okay?
Thank you.
Great. So do you want to read number 3 and try to take a guess at what the answer would be?
Yes, with pleasure. We're looking carefully after all of the opinions that are open to us.
Okay, and what does that mean?
What is to think about a situation or subject carefully, especially in order to make a decision. I put looking after.
Okay.
I don't know.
You said looking after. Looking at. Good. So
Is it right?
Sergey, first one. Perfect. Right. So it's also an A word. word. It's a preposition that starts with A, and it's a very simple one. It's looking at. We're looking carefully at in this case, because so looking after versus looking at. So looking after, what did looking after mean? To look after someone means,
You're owed to take care of.
yeah, to take care of someone. Absolutely. So here, we're not, it's a slightly different meaning, right? Looking carefully at all the options means we're considering the options. So to look carefully at is to consider carefully. All right, great.
Okay.
Questions?
No, not now. Sorry.
Okay, good.
Maybe later.
Thank you very much. All right, later. Great. So Jade, why don't you try number 4?
Okay, that's one. Most people look blank their school days with mixed feelings. To think about a time or event in the past. Look backward.
Almost perfect. Okay, and so almost perfect. It's to look back
Back
on.
on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look back on.
Yeah, and a fancy verb to mean the same thing is to reminisce. To reminisce. To think back on the past. Okay, and so for Sergey and Omar. Hi, Omar. Hello. He says hello. Okay, great. So for Sergey and Omar, so a hint, you might be saying, well, where are you getting all these words from? How do you know what words come before? Well, a little bit of guessing, a little bit of context, and there's also the clue that the words go in alphabetical order. So far we have after, ahead, at, and now we've gotten to the B's. So look back on their school days with mixed feelings. So these missing words are all in alphabetical order. That's the one sort of hint that you have. Okay? All right. So Mustafa, why don't you do the next one?
So, teacher,
Yes.
like every 3 sentences, 1 letter?
What's that? No, not every sentence one letter.
No, every sentence.
No.
Every 3.
No. It's not in order like that.
Okay. So, okay. So let's try. Jane looks blank. People who haven't been to university looks back at.
Okay, close. This one, I think you've heard this one, Mustafa. When someone thinks they're very important, when they think they're better than someone else, you can either, if you admire someone, you look up to someone, right? This is the opposite of that. Does anyone know?
Down.
Yeah. To look.
Looks down to people.
Good. To look down on. To look down on. Perfect, Mustafa. Very good. So to look down on means to think you're better than someone else.
Okay.
Great. Really nicely done. Yeah. To look down on. To look down on. Okay. So people who look down on others are very arrogant. They're very proud. Omar, would you like to try sentence number 6?
Maria is really looking planning her holiday next week. To feel happy and excited about some things that are going to happen. Looking for?
Say it again.
Looking for?
Looking forward? You said?
Maybe.
You said maybe? Yeah. Yeah, so this one is really common. It's looking forward to. Looking forward to. Okay, so to look forward to means to just be very happy, very excited about something in the future. So we say this all the time. This is a very common expression in English. Have any of you heard this before?
Look forward to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We usually say like this. We're looking forward to something, something.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
I'm
Always,
looking,
always.
yeah. It's like I'm saying, I'm looking forward to meet some.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Very common. All right. Nice. Sergey, would you like to do number 7?
Yeah, try.
This one is tricky. You get all the difficult ones.
Because I know only look for
Okay.
phrasal verb is verb look. Okay, can you look Alien on your way to work and see if she needs anything? Meaning to visit someone for a short time on your way to another place, especially if they are ill or may need help.
So this one, I'll give you a hint. It's a phrasal verb that can also start with drop. So it can be either look, da-da, or drop, da-da. I don't know if that helps.
Not for me.
Not for you. Okay. Does anyone know? All right. I stumped you all. This one is to look in on. To look in on. So to look in on someone just means to visit someone, right? So to visit someone for a short time, especially if they're sick or they are old or they need help in some way. To look in on someone. All right. Jade, we're back to you.
Okay. Number 8, right?
Yes.
Okay. The number 7 really tricky. First time I know this to looking up.
Yeah. This one, see, 7 was really tricky. Really tricky.
Number 8, I wrote a letter of complaint to the airline, and they have promised to look like the matter for me. So to try to discover the facts about something such as a problem or a crime, to promise to look in the matter for me.
Almost perfect. Almost perfect. It starts with in.
Yeah, look into.
Into, yes. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. Mustafa, is this one familiar to you? It should be.
To look into?
Yeah. Do you remember this one from phrasal verbs before?
Do you know something, teacher?
What?
I am a lazy student and I didn't study any of them.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I'm going to in order. Like I'm
Good.
trying to do like my spreadsheet, but up to now I didn't reach this class of phrasal verb. So
all
I'm
right.
sorry.
That's
I'm really sorry.
excuses, Mustafa. No, no, that's okay. So a reminder, right? To look into. So to look into means to investigate, right? To try to discover the facts about something. Okay? So very nicely done, Jade. All right. Number 9. And by the way, for your reference, I'm copying all of the answers into the Verbling chat box. Okay, so all of the phrasal verbs and their definitions, you have them in the chat box. All right, Mustafa, can you read number 9?
Okay. Steve isn't related to me, but I look like him as a brother. To him, look for him, into him, to him.
So this
All
one
him.
is when you really admire someone. It's the opposite of to look down on.
To look up.
To look up to.
To look up to
Mm-hmm.
him. Okay.
Look up to. Yeah. Huh? Okay, yes. Uh-huh. All right, to look up to admire. All right, number 10, Omar.
The restaurant is small, but it is easy to find. Look, and the post office, and it is almost directly opposite. to look carefully at people or things around you in order to find a particular person or thing. Look in nature.
This one is, what's that?
To look at that,
Not quite. This one is really tricky. Really tricky. It's kind of, it means like to scan something to really look for details. Does anyone know?
up to.
That's the one before. Does anyone know the answer to number 10?
To look straight. Look straight.
Look straight? It could work.
Look straight at the post office or something.
Yeah, that works. That works. To look straight at the post office, and it's almost directly opposite. Very nice. Very nice. Look straight at the post office. Okay? And that means to look carefully at something around you. To stare at something. Right? To really stare at something closely. All right. Okay. So, let's look at number 11. Sergey.
Our task is just guess that the phrasal, yeah?
That's fine. That's fine.
The health and safety officer has been looking I don't know, really.
So here there are a
factory.
few options. There are a few options, actually, to visit a place in order to examine it. So there are a few options. Does anyone know?
For. Look for.
Look in. To visit a place, look in.
Yeah. Has been looking, so you could say looking in the factory. You could say looking into the factory. So here we have looking in or looking into, right? And again, it's sort of investigating, right? To look in on or look into something means to investigate it. Okay? So I would say the best answer here would be the health and safety officer has been looking into the factory, visiting the factory, trying to examine it, and the problems or good things that might be happening there.
Can we say, teacher, looking over?
Has been looking over the factory. So to look over is more like to review.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Looking into. So looking into, to visit and examine. So to look over is more like you would look over a paper or you would look over your notes for an exam, right? Things like that. Okay. Jade, back to you.
Yes, number 12.
Yes.
Can't decide what to cook for the dinner party, so I have been looking blank your cookery books for inspiration, to read something quickly, especially to find the information you need. To looking at. Yeah, I'm looking.
Looking at makes sense, but it's not the specific one they're looking for.
Look up.
What's that?
Look up, maybe.
To look at makes sense, right? But this one is a more specific definition, right? It says to read something quickly, to sort of scan to find the information you need. And the word starts with a T.
Look through.
Look through. Good. Excellent.
Okay.
To look through.
Yeah.
To look through, right?
Yes.
So, to look through. So, yeah, looking at would make perfect sense in this context, but the specific thing they're looking for, of course I'm using another phrasal verb, the answer they want is looking through, right? It means to flip through something, to read it quickly, You're not focusing on details, you're just skipping to what you're interested in. All right, great. The next one. Cornel, I didn't realize you were back. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hi there.
No, that's it.
Sorry about that. Cornel, why don't you do the next one?
Yeah, it is 13. When I was young, I always looked back at my parents for advice, to hope or expect to get help, advice, and from someone. At the moment, I have no perfect idea.
Okay.
To
Does anyone have, this one's tricky. Does anyone have an idea?
Looked up my grandparents.
You're thinking of look up to, which means admire, but this one is a little bit different.
Okay.
It's to look to or to look toward.
Look towards my grandparents.
So to look to or toward, you can say either. And when you look to someone, we use it's usually in this expression, to look towards or to someone for advice. When you look to someone for advice, it means you expect or hope to receive advice from that person. Okay, and I know these are tricky. We're going to practice them after this. So if you're like, this is so hard, I can't believe it, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll practice them. And I think they'll become more clear. All right, two more. Mustafa.
Maybe will be like okay, if you don't know what blah blah
Loquacious?
blah means, look it over in the dictionary.
Almost.
Your sound was cutting.
Look at opposite of down.
Up, above.
Oh
Up.
no, you said it.
Your sound was cutting, teacher.
Oh, sorry. I said the opposite of down, and you said?
Up.
Yeah, so look it.
Up.
Exactly. Look it up in the dictionary. So what does it mean to look something up?
To see it.
Mm-hmm.
To see it in the dictionary.
Exactly, to search for something, right? And it usually means we're looking at a list of information. So we use this a lot with the dictionary, or when we need to find a definition of something, maybe on the internet. Okay? Things like that.
Okay. I'm sorry,
Right.
can I ask you about number 12?
Yeah.
In this sentence, can we use so I've been looking at your cookery books.
Yeah, so you can definitely say that, right? And that was the answer that some people gave, and I said that makes perfect sense. But here, since they're a little bit more specific with the definition, they say to read something quickly, right? Especially to find the information you need. That's the specific definition of looking through. But looking at means it works perfectly in this context.
Thank you.
All right, good question. All right, and the last one, Omar, would you like to try this one?
Yes, I will. This with Keynes is the best manager we've ever had, and everyone looks plain in her to admire and respect someone. I don't know.
So this one, I think we talked about this one. This one means to admire when you really respect someone. Yeah, good. Jade has it. Jade, what is it?
Looks up to her.
Yeah, to look up to, which means to admire. To admire, to respect someone. All right. Questions?
By the way, teacher, are these all the phrasal verb related to look, or there are more?
There are more. There are more. I hate to tell you. There are always more, right?
From
so
look.
For instance, we didn't, yeah, even with look. To look for, right? To look beyond. Okay, so
Okay.
anyway, there are so many. There's still many, but you know, it's okay. You'll learn them eventually with practice. All right. So I think that right now what we need to do is practice these phrasal verbs and expressions. What do you all think? All right. People sound a little. People sound a little bit. A little bit.
The light the light is on, but no one is home.
The light is on, but no one is home. Okay. And I want to do all of these too, but I think, you know what? I think we'll practice the phrasal verbs, and I'll save the expressions for another class. How does that sound? All right. Again, the light is on and no one is home. Okay. So basically, I want us to practice using some of these verbs that we've learned in speaking, right? We're going to try to use them in personal contexts, right? In a way that is personal to each of us. So we'll start with we talked about looking after children, right? And Jade, what did you tell us about looking after children? The first one? You said you had experience.
Yes, you mean I will make my own sentence of all this?
Yeah, why don't you make a sentence using to look after?
Okay. I used to look after my nephew.
Great. I used to look after my nephew. Excellent. Good. Good. Okay. Omar, can you make a sentence with look after?
Mhm. I used looking after to my niece.
Your niece. Very good. Very good. Has anyone ever had to look after an animal?
Horse? A horse? Can
You
you?
had to look after a horse.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
All right, good.
What kind of horse? Pony?
Pony.
It was okay, so it was a pony. At least it wasn't a huge horse, you know? I was imagining like a big thing.
Oh
Although
yeah.
a pony would still be a lot of responsibility. To have to look after a pony, I can't imagine.
Mm.
All right. So let's talk about the second one. So this sentence was looking ahead. I think that the company needs to develop some new services. So we're thinking about the future here. So so I want you all to think about something, some way you could use the phrase looking ahead in a sentence.
I'm looking ahead to find a good job.
You are looking forward to finding a good job.
Ahead.
You're looking forward to that. So looking ahead is slightly different.
I'm
So the
looking
way you use
ahead
it,
to have a good one.
you could say, looking ahead, comma, I hope to find a good job.
Okay.
Mustafa. Okay,
Clear.
so this one,
Clear.
yeah, good. So this
Because
one is
it's related
curious.
to thinking, teacher. Think something.
Exactly. So it's kind of like I'm looking ahead, and while looking ahead, what I imagine is that I hope to find a good job. So we usually use this expression or this sort of phrase at the beginning of a sentence. So the way it's used in this example, I think, is probably the most common way you'll see it, right? And whereas looking forward to is used with it's more versatile. You can use it in different ways and in different parts of the sentence. Whereas looking ahead is sort of we start sentences with this phrase.
Looking ahead, I think the future is unclear because the oil prices is going down.
Yeah, good. Looking ahead, I think the future will be unclear because oil prices are dropping. Sure,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay, good. Questions about that one? I know that one's a bit confusing. All right.
Um,
Yes.
Kate, looking ahead, it is a proactive activity, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's all.
Okay, good. Yes, I think it is a proactive activity. Good. All right. So here we had the sentence, we're looking carefully at all the options that are open to us. So this one is pretty broad, right? To look carefully at something or to look at something. Can someone make a sentence, imagine you are, let's see, imagine you are the creator of Verbling, and I want you to tell me about something you're looking carefully at. You made Verbling, and now you're trying to decide if everything's functioning well, and you're assessing its performance. Tell me, what are you looking carefully at?
Okay. I'm looking carefully at the customer's satisfactions in the Babylon in the future.
Good. I'm looking carefully at customer satisfaction. Excellent. Great. Good. Anyone else?
We are looking careful at buying Christmas gifts.
We're looking carefully at buying Christmas gifts. Very good. Very good. Gosh, I still have to buy all of my Christmas gifts. I haven't bought any yet. I'm behind.
I'm looking carefully at make the private lesson with low cost.
At taking private lessons.
With teacher, yeah, at low cost.
Good. Good. At low cost.
I thought there is
Right.
like expression.
And making. Okay,
teacher.
got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
teachers like there is expression like cut off maybe 20% or something like this. I don't know what's that expression for this.
To have a sale.
Sale?
A sale or a markdown? When you lower the price of something, you mean?
Yeah, it's like an offer maybe each 3 week or something, 3 months.
Mm-hmm. They have some sales.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like this Cyber Monday. What's this called?
Yeah, a rebate, a sale, like a sale, a discount.
Discount. Yeah, discount.
Discount. That's what you're thinking of.
Right.
A discount. Okay, good. All right, this one I think is my favorite, number 4. So look back on. So remember we said to look back on means to think about the past, to reminisce, right? To have memories about something. So let's see, Sergey, I want you to tell me about something you look back on that makes you very happy.
Okay. It's a good life experience when we look back for analyze our mistakes in the past.
Okay, when we look back on the past to analyze our mistakes.
Yes.
I agree with you. I think that's very good, very healthy. Very healthy. Omar, tell me about something that you look back on that makes you happy. Omar, are you there?
Yes.
Great.
Again,
Tell me about something that you look back on that makes you happy.
yes. I look up to when I was married. Get married.
You look back on when you got married.
Yes.
Very nice. A very fond memory, we would say. A great example.
Yeah, teacher, I have one like
Okay.
talking with my grandma
Oh,
made me look back on the good time we had together
good.
because they maybe showered me with attention or something like this. So this is like
Good.
a just example. Yeah.
Perfect example, Mustafa. Very good. Very good. Okay. Great. The next one. So this one is also quite common, right? To look down on someone. We had the sentence, Jane looks down on people who haven't been to university. So she thinks she's better than someone else if this person has not attended university. So, so has anyone ever looked down on you, or do you know people that look down on others? It's a question for the class.
I think we all, as a people, maybe we all face some kind of people that look down on some other of them
Mm-hmm.
in our life. So maybe this is like we used to see them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
No, I never look down people
You never look down on people.
or anyone.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And have you ever felt like someone was looking down on you?
No.
Good. That's good. Very good, Jade. All right. The next one, this one was, a little bit, I know. First we have looking forward to. Okay, so it's Friday. It's almost the weekend. I want each of you to tell me one thing you are looking forward to doing this weekend. So, for instance, I am looking forward to getting a good night's sleep. Let's see, Cornell, what are you looking forward to this weekend?
Okay, sorry.
Mustafa, you go ahead. You go first.
I'm looking forward to attend more classes on my weekend.
Good, to attending more classes. Good. And one thing to note, if we want to use a verb after look forward to, it has to be a gerund, the ing.
Gerund.
Yeah. So looking forward to attending.
Attending, yeah, okay, right.
Yeah. So here it's fine because we have a noun, right? She's looking forward to her holiday. But if you want to use a verb here, it has to be the gerund form. Just a note.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good. No problem. Cornell, what about you?
I'm looking forward to going to the gym tomorrow, and I am also looking forward to having a new job.
To having a new
job.
A new job. Very cool. You're starting a new job.
Yeah, I am between jobs at the moment, so
Okay.
my mood is full at the moment.
So you're looking forward to when you get a new job. Okay. Very good.
Yeah, due to lacking a job.
Okay. Good. Good. Sergey, what about you?
I'm looking forward to make a Christmas tree for this weekend.
To making?
To making a Christmas tree, yes.
Good, good. That's always the best when you decorate the Christmas tree and it really feels like the holiday season, right?
Yes.
Very nice. And you're doing that this weekend?
Just typical weekend, nothing interesting.
Okay, good.
Sleep and eat.
Sleep and eat. Sleep and eat. Jade, what about you?
I'm looking forward receiving more presents.
You're looking forward to receiving more presents. Okay, because Christmas is coming?
Yep.
All right, good. And Omar?
I'm looking forward to camping with my friends.
What's that?
Camping.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well.
Camping.
Camping?
Yes.
You're looking forward to camping?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Very cool. Great. Sounds like people have some interesting weekend plans. All right, let's move on. And so this one I wanted you all to practice looking forward to because it's simply so common. So common. All right. The next one. Can you look in on Eileen on your way to work and see if she needs anything? So this one we had some trouble with, right? I think it's a little bit more difficult. And can someone remind me what it means to look in on someone?
You said like to visit someone for a short time.
Exactly, yeah. Especially if that person is sick or old or needs help in some way. Right?
Maybe situation. If someone is help and you ask your friend to look in on
Yeah,
him.
exactly. Exactly. So,
It's
for instance, yeah?
the
Cornell?
same meaning of stop by.
Ah, sorry, Omar, what did you say?
It is the same meaning of stop by.
Stop by.
Stop by. Stop by.
It's similar. Stop by. If you stop by to see someone, yeah, that's good. To stop by means to have a short visit with someone. So yes, it's similar. But here, when you look in on someone, it sort of implies that they might need help, right? They need you to check and make sure that they are okay. So a little bit different, but very similar. Okay. So for instance, do any of you look in on friends or relatives regularly?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But you mean that's looking on is usually is sick people.
Yeah. So is there someone that you sort of look in on, that you check up on to make sure he or she is doing okay?
Okay.
So it's kind of a positive thing if no one has a yes answer in this case, right?
Yeah,
So,
I
because
know.
sometimes it can be hard when you have to, constantly look in on someone, especially someone that's very close to you, to make sure he or she is doing okay. All right. So we'll move on.
Teacher,
Yes?
can I say, as a dentist, my job required to look in on sick people?
As a dentist?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a
No, no,
dentist.
a nurse, sorry. A nurse. Yeah, dentist
As a
related
nurse.
to
Ah,
teeth and
to teeth. As a nurse, your job is to look in on people. Okay. I didn't realize you were a nurse, Mustafa.
yeah, I will surprise you next
Yeah.
time.
Very interesting. Very
But
interesting.
I
Yeah,
am not
so
a dentist.
Male nurse. Wow. Male nurse.
I feel like that's more and more common, right?
Yeah, it's getting to.
Getting to be common. And do you like your job, Mustafa?
Teacher, I am not a nurse.
Oh, you're not a nurse. Okay. I was wondering. I was like, I thought you had studied business and worked in an oil company. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's true. A nurse would constantly be looking in on people. Good example, Mustafa. All right, I'm too gullible. So let's talk about one more. This last one is, I think it's the last one we'll have time for, but it was to look into, right? I wrote a letter of complaint, and the airline has promised to look into the matter for me. So to look into, to investigate, to try to discover the facts. This one is very common in the workplace, right? If your boss says, hey, did you check the figures from last month? Or if your boss asks you some question and you're not really sure of the answer or you haven't done it yet, you can say, I'll look into it, right? I'll check it out. I'll see what's going on. I'll try to investigate. I will look into it. Okay? So have any of you had to look into something recently? Either for work or for school or for a friend?
I will look into the English grammar.
You will look into English grammar. All right, good. So you will look into it and maybe see if there are some things that you can review. All right, great. So I think we'll end the class here. Since we didn't get to finish talking about these, I will upload this document to the class description. Okay, so you'll have this for reference, and you have all of the answers in the Verbling chat box, so you can sort of review it and practice it, because you want to make sure you know these well enough to use them in daily conversation.
Yeah.
So So we're just about out of time for today. I want to thank you all for your participation. This is not an easy topic, and you were all very good sports with the activities, so very nice work. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I hope to see you all again soon. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.